This is RTV6. Good morning, Indiana.
An overnight attack, 15 hurt after an explosive is set off inside a Canadian restaurant. Now a manhunt is on to catch the men behind it. That breaking news update ahead at 6:30.
And you're looking live from Skycam 6 over the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's all quiet now, but that's all about to change because it's finally race weekend.
And our team is getting you ready before the gates open at the track.
But everyone's wondering, is it going to be clear skies today for Carb Day? Kyle, what are we looking at?
Yeah, we are going to have a lot of sunshine. We've already got that starting off. Officially, the sun is up, and there you can see from the infield at the Motor Speedway, and a beautiful sunrise over downtown Indianapolis this morning. Temperature in the lower 60s in the city, but much of us starting off the day with numbers in the middle to upper 50s. So a very comfortable start, and high pressure that's starting to scoot off to the east here. So that's going to allow our weather to change over the next couple of days. Today, though, I think we see very much what we have had over the last couple of days, and that's lots of sunshine and plenty of warmth. Already at 80 degrees by 11 a.m. So if you are heading out to the Motor Speedway today for Carb Day, it is going to be tons of sun. Enjoy that, but also have the sunscreen and those sunglasses. Temperature 84 degrees at 2 o'clock, and we'll climb into the upper 80s later this afternoon. Not great news for those of you who might be a little sensitive. We've got that no zone action day in place, so we could have a little bit of that air pollution hanging in the air. So avoid the drive-through lanes today, fill that gas tank after dark, and hold off on mowing the lawn till after 6.
All right, thank you, Kyle. As you are taking to the roads this morning, aside from knowing to leave early and plan ahead and give yourself that extra time if you are heading to Carb Day, I do want to point out a few crashes in the area. We have an overturned semi, which has left the road blocked at US 52 at State Road 47. You might want to use I-65 as an alternate route this morning. In the downtown area, we have the 500 Festival Memorial Service. That's left Michigan Street closed between Meridian Street and Pennsylvania Street, as well as North Street between Meridian Street and Pennsylvania Street. So this will continue until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and pay attention to that as you are making your way in the downtown area. An injury crash on the south side, Harding Street at Harco Way. Let's take a look at those roads right now. It is light out. Those roads are dry. I-70 at Holt Road over on the west side. Everything is moving up to speed. Should be a beautiful Friday morning commute.
Elena, thank you. It's going to be a busy weekend here in the Circle City.
The Indy 500 weekend kicks off this morning with Carb Day. Those gates opening just a few hours from now at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And that's where we find our Aaron Lish live waiting for those race fans to arrive. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Lauren, yeah, minute by minute, there's more people coming here, getting everything ready for those fans that will be coming in at 8 o'clock this morning. If you want to join in on the fun, it's $35 a person if you want to bring your kids too. 15 years or younger, it's free. Now, there's going to be a lot of tailgating, a lot of food, a lot of fun. We have a Farm Boy Smokehouse. Zach here with us. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on for us today.
Well, we're a barbecue operation, as you can see, in Smokehouse, so we're in the process of getting ready for a big day. We've got our pork butt on the smoker, briskets in the smoker, getting some ribs and some turkey legs going, so we're fired up.
Now, have you ever been here for Carb Day?
We actually have not. This is our first year. We did NASCAR last year here, but for as far as the Indy 500 goes, this is our first year.
How excited are you guys?
We're pretty excited.
Now, what is something that when somebody comes here, any suggestions on what they should end up getting?
Absolutely. So our signature item that everyone loves is our pulled pork grilled cheese on Texas toast.
Ooh.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, that sounds delightful. And, you know, I'm already hungry just smelling all of this stuff. So it's like, that could be a good breakfast, right?
Absolutely.
Again, gates are opening up at 8 a.m. and we'll be out here all morning long. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Aaron, that looks very good.
I think I would eat gluten just to have that.
That's so true. All right.
Delicious.
Well, before you head out there, though, we want to make sure that you're all aware of those security changes out at the track this year.
Vehicles that park inside the track could be scanned by police canines.
And we know the security changes are in response to the acts of terrorism around the world, but police and track officials say there have been no threats made against the track.
The track also says they sold out of parking passes, so a warning, do not get duped by anyone who might be trying to sell those passes online. You could be getting scammed.
Yeah, so we want to help make the track a safer place, so you'll want to make sure you only bring those track approved items to speed up your time to get in there. So remember, no drugs or weapons. You cannot bring drones or selfie sticks, so you're just going to have to ask someone to snap a picture for you. Also, make sure that your cooler with drinks is smaller than what's listed on your screen right now. Of course, we'll keep you updated.
Tomorrow, before Legends Day really gets going, you can enjoy the parade. You'll see hundreds of creative displays and floats. The 500 Festival festivities start tomorrow morning at 11:45.
And of course, we've got your race day covered for you with day-long coverage. Make sure you tune in starting bright and early on Sunday morning for our breakfast at the Brickyard. That show starts early at 5 a.m. Time right now is 6:35. Want to get back to that breaking news. An attack in Canada, an IED going off in a Canadian restaurant here. It hurt 15 people. Right now, the hunt is on for these men. These are the first images police that they've seen. These men were seen on surveillance video running away from that restaurant outside of Toronto shortly after the explosion happened. 3 people there were critically hurt.
Overnight, North Korean officials say they're still willing to talk after President Trump cancels an upcoming summit. It's a back and forth message from the North just yesterday, threatening an all-out nuclear war, but then saying they'll meet with our country face-to-face for talks at, quote, any time. The president will meet with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who recently met with Kim Jong-un later this afternoon to talk about what's next.
Our Call 6 Investigates team has learned one of the 2 officers who shot and killed Aaron Bailey was involved in another police shooting 2 years earlier.
The police department had never publicly released the fact that Officer Carlton Howard was part of another police-involved shooting of a man during a traffic stop in 2015. It happened back on October 26, 2015 on West 30th Street. Officer Howard and another officer identified as Daniel Slidham performed a traffic stop on a car with 2 people inside. They stopped, then they were ordered to show their hands. Then, according to a lawsuit, the passenger Deonta Ellis was attempting to exit the car while showing his hands. The lawsuit says one of the officers shouted words to the effect of "he's going for it." Then the other officer shot him in the back. IMPD tells us that Officer Howard did not discharge his weapon during this 2015 officer-involved shooting. He was merely a witness. The suspect in this case was apprehended with 2 handguns. One gun was on him. The other was located in the vehicle he was in.
It is 6:37. The attorney for Aaron Bailey's estate says this should have been brought to light.
It could possibly show a pattern of behavior that's consistent, and it could possibly show that the city of Indianapolis had some knowledge of a propensity on behalf of the officer to these type of actions.
Well, the second officer in that 2015 incident, Daniel Slidham, did testify in the Civilian Merit Board hearing about Aaron Bailey's shooting, but his involvement in the federal lawsuit or the other shooting was never mentioned. The attorney for Deonta Ellis says that at this point they have no public comment to make about that case. Now, as for IMPD, it says the incident and Officer Howard's involvement as a witness was not relevant to the most recent Merit Board hearing.
A school bus crash leaves 20 kids hurt in Wisconsin, and now an Indianapolis truck driver who rear-ended the bus is accused of drunk driving. Wayne Murphy is locked up this morning facing several drunk driving charges. Police say Murphy hit the bus when it was pulled over on the shoulder because of a mechanical issue. 2 people had to be airlifted from that crash. Time now is 6:38. Kyle, you are keeping a close eye on the Carb Day forecast.
Yeah, and as we go through the weekend here, could have a chance of some thunderstorms for Legends Day. Mostly dry race day, but getting even warmer. I'll have a closer look at your forecast.
Kyle, thank you. The face of the Me Too movement expected to surrender to rape and assault charges, while another Hollywood heavyweight is facing accusations of his own.
And when a little girl wanted to get a firmer grip on her bicycle handlebars,
some local high school students went to work to make that possible. In Good News Friday, we're showing you exactly how they did it. It's 6:39. You're watching Good Morning Indiana.
This RTV6 Traffic Now update is sponsored by 7H Law Offices.
Unmatched, spectacular, the #1 choice across Indiana. Featuring CRV, SUV of the Year, and clear winner over RAV4. And Accord, North American Car of the Year, beating Camrys 6 ways from Sunday. Plus, don't miss Hondas from just $149 a month, or with rates as low as 0.9. The finish line is already in sight. Get to your Central Indiana Honda dealers now, or get left in the dust.
This is Old View. And this is Now You. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Life has a funny way of reminding us how little we actually control. 1 minute you're on top of the world. The next minute you're wearing a chocolate sundae as a top hat on a first date. At least with a debit MasterCard from TCU, you can control how you recover from life's little adventures.
Teachers Credit Union. Financial solutions.
Summer savings time is here at Ray Skillman Ford. It's time for you to get the best deals on a new Ford from Indy's low price leader. Get 0% for 60 months and up to $5,000 on a new Fusion, Edge, Explorer, or Escape. Or drive a new F-150 Super Coupe for just $199 a month. Shop from over 700 new Fords in stock and come experience our award-winning customer service. Now is the time to get the best deals from Indy's Ford giant, Ray Skillman Ford. 2 locations or online at rayskillmanford.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Blackburn, the man with the bike. I always say, look once for a car and twice for a motorcycle. That extra second can save a life. Please look twice.
Experienced, aggressive, and tough. Call Blackburn and Green, attorneys for injured people.
I'd like to invite you to Terry Lee Hyundai. Here you'll meet our award-winning staff, real pros who have earned our industry's top honors. Yes, there is a difference, and the difference is TLC, the Terry Lee commitment. Just call me direct.
Tough Shed, a million uses. One of them tough enough to protect whatever is valuable to you.
Dinner's on in 10 minutes. Wrap it up.
Amp up your savings this month with Tough Shed's Buy More, Save More event. Visit us online at toughshed.com or call us at 1-800-BUY-TOUGH for the store nearest you.
Infinity QX60. Impressive performance and seating for 7. Lease the all-wheel drive Infinity QX60 for $429 a month. Visit your local Infinity retailer.
And I'm Shea Goodpaster, live in Sky Camp 6 over the Indianapolis 500 Speedway. Looky there, fans are lining up. This is on the north end of the parking lot, the north lot. The North 40 fans are already piling in. It's over an hour till they open. Back down to you guys.
Shay, thank you. Harvey Weinstein is expected to surrender to police in New York this morning.
The disgraced movie mogul will be charged with rape. He's been under investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office for months now after 80 women publicly accused him of rape, sexual assault, or harassment. Because of this, he has become the poster child for the Me Too movement. And actor Morgan Freeman is apologizing after multiple women came forward claiming he had been inappropriate to them and harassed them. Freeman saying he never intentionally would make anyone feel uncomfortable, and he apologized to the women who felt disrespected by him.
A judge is set to hear a petition aiming to stop a new Islamic mosque from being built in Carmel this morning.
And back in February, the Al Salam Foundation got approval from the city zoning board to build that new mosque and life center at 141st Street and Shelbourne Road. Now, the neighbors in the area have opposed the plan, saying it'll be too big and too close to neighborhoods that are already there. A petition was filed at the end of March to review the zoning board's approval. And it is 6:44. Let's take another look out there at the track from Sky Camp 6 and our crew on the ground there at the pagoda.
Isn't she a beauty? Things awfully quiet there right now, but doors open up in about, or gates open up in about an hour for the track, and things then will get
really busy really fast.
Yes. It's already, Shay just showed us that long line of cars out there. So if you are planning to head out there, you might want to leave now. And Kyle, you have been tracking our weather for the weekend. what are we looking at?
Yeah, right now we've got some quiet weather too, but it is going to be heating up here as we go through the next couple of days. This morning, about as comfortable as it's going to be all weekend long here as we include Friday and what's an extended weekend for a lot of people. 62 in downtown. We got 50s though in Lafayette and Bloomington, sunshine and a very light wind out there. You can see that Storm Team 6 radar is quiet, and even on the bigger picture here, we've got pretty quiet weather until you get into western Missouri. That's where we've got some showers and thunderstorms. Those may work into Saturday's forecast, but for today, it's going to be all about that sunshine, and the temperature is warming up into the middle 80s already at 1 o'clock, 87 for the afternoon high. Humidity won't be oppressive today. It will really start to ramp up tomorrow. So today, very comfortable, but as we get into tomorrow afternoon, more of that tropical air you can wear kind of feel out there, as it will be very muggy heading into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and beyond. As we look at the parade forecast for tomorrow, we'll have more clouds around on Saturday, but lots of dry time in here as temperatures again make their way into the 80s. So let's look at those rain chances with TrueCast as we start you off into the morning hours. Actually, tonight at 11 o'clock, you can see maybe a stray shower northwestern areas here, but the bulk of the activity will stay off to our north until we get into the heating of tomorrow afternoon. That's when we start to see a few of those showers and storms bubbling up. Can't rule out a strong storm with some gusty winds or hail out there. So make sure if you're going to be out and about this weekend, you got the Storm Shield app ready to go. You'll have radar at your fingertips, and also if any alerts are issued, you'll get those sent right to your phone. This is Sunday's forecast, and prepare now to stay cool and get out of the heat as much as you can here going through Sunday, as we're looking at potentially our first 90-degree temperature of the year. 7-day planning forecast, and that 90-degree heat going to stick around for Memorial Day too. It looks pretty dry there as well. Tuesday, 91. 7-day planning forecast shows that the chance for showers and storms returns for the middle of next week as we continue with highs in the 80s.
All right, thank you, Kyle. As you are taking to the roads this morning, especially making your way into Speedway for Carb Day, you're going to want to pay attention to this. US 52 is closed on State Road 47 for an overturned semi. So if you're coming in from Boone County, you're going to want to use I-65 as an alternate route while this closure is underway. We also have some downtown closures right now. Michigan Street is closed between Meridian Street and Pennsylvania Street. At the same time, North Street is closed between Meridian Street and Pennsylvania Street for the 500 Festival Memorial Service. This will continue until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So as you are making your way downtown, pay attention to that. Injury crash on the south side, Harding Street at Harkaway, and then over on the west side, 10th Street at North High School Road, we have a crash. So as you are making your way to the Speedway, pay attention to these crashes. Give yourself some extra time because traffic will be busy.
Elena, thank you. It's now time for our favorite part of the week, Good News Friday.
First up, a great story about a helping hand given to a local 4-year-old girl. When engineering students at Cathedral High School found out Fiona wanted to be able to ride a bike like her twin sister Abigail, they went to work. You see, Fiona was born without a left hand that was not fully developed. The students made her a colorful prosthetic, perfect for any superhero. Of course, Fiona was a little shy about the whole thing.
Do you like it? Is that yes? What do you think of it, Abby?
I think it's awesome. I wish I had one.
Well, Dad likes it there, and I think she does too. It's basically free thanks to those hardworking students.
And rainbow, I love it.
Yes.
A Georgia police officer making good on a bet had him rocking a very fun purple wig. The officer told a student named Brian at the start of the school year he would do anything for the kid as long as he got his grades up. Well, the 5th grader did it, earning straight A's, so Brian asked him to direct traffic with the purple wig all morning long. Had a lot of people doing some double takes out there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, very cool. Well, people are obsessing over this sweet video of a New Jersey dentist making sure his young patient wasn't afraid. He did a little magic trick there. Now the video has more than 20 million views. The dentist says that there's a ton of ways to make kids more comfortable, from magic tricks to blowing bubbles.
Oh, what a little cutie. We're getting to know many of the smart and brave Indiana students in next week's Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they're the best of the best. And 13-year-old Caitlin Pooler, a 7th grader at St. Roch Catholic School here on Indy's South Side, is one of those students. Besides a good old dictionary, she says her best study tools are a Scripps spelling website and her mom. Now, the Spelling Bee, sponsored by RTV6 Owner Scripts, starts next Tuesday with more than 500 of the country's best spellers. The bee can be a real beehive of letters and nerves, of course. And Caitlin says it's best to be prepared.
You need to get a good sleep and eat good foods and not junk food, not too much junk food. Make sure you're up in time for the thing, and just try not to let nerves overtake you too much.
Well, she can give us a call or if we can give her a call if she needs a wake-up call. We'll be up.
So true.
Caitlin says a stress reliever is to focus on other competitors when it's their turn so she can relax a little. Then when she's up, just give it her best. As we air each interview with Indiana contestants, we'll post their entire 6 questions and answers online. Good luck, Caitlin, and stay away from those Twinkies. And we've got a lot more coming up from the track as we kick off race weekend.
That's right. What you need to know about the new smoking rule taking effect for the first time at the 500. Here's a live look at the campers. We'll be right back after the break.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Terry Lee Hyundai on Highway 37 in Noblesville.
This Memorial Day weekend at Ashley Home Store. 4 days only. Save up to 25% off your purchase. Huge savings on doorbuster deals like this queen panel bed. Now only $3.99. Ends Monday at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Mazda. Cabin fever is out. Spring fever is in. What do you say we celebrate with a new Mazda? All remaining 2017 have Mazda 6 sedans. Lease for just $179 per month or own it for $5,500 off. 2018 Mazda CX-5 crossover, just $219 per month. The 7-passenger 2018 Mazda CX-9, $339 per month. Spring fever is here, so get a hot deal on a Tom Roush Mazda. A pussycat on price.
Once upon a time, a microbiologist named Dr. Shirota shared his discovery with the world. It was a unique strain of probiotic bacteria named Lactobacillus casei shirota, which he used to create Yakult in support of good health. Now millions of families from east to west help balance their digestive systems with Yakult every day. Here's to you, Dr. Shirota.
At Mercedes-Benz, we make every vehicle to be eye-catchingly beautiful. We make them to be exhilaratingly agile. We make them to be meticulously engineered. And for the CLA, we also made it for this. The 2018 CLA 4MATIC. Lease the CLA 250 4MATIC for $329 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
The biggest Memorial Day deals are here at Weekends Only. Celebrate with our huge mattress inventory sell-off featuring the best prices ever on discontinued quality mattresses like this Queen Memory Foam $225, Queen Gel Memory Foam and Latex in a box $497. Add an adjustable base for $500. But hurry, savings like these will sell out. Want that perfect patio? Enter in-store for your chance to win a $2,000 patio makeover and get the best prices on the biggest selection of outdoor furniture. Plus, unbeatable buys for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. The best Memorial Day savings anywhere are only at Weekends Only.
Meanwhile, Mike Braun trying to convince Indiana voters he'll stick up for workers.
A new investigative report questions some of Braun's business practices. His company has taken government subsidies.
Imports goods from the same overseas countries he's criticized for taking American jobs.
And Braun's company faces several lawsuits over working conditions.
Forced to work long hours in unsafe conditions. Denied overtime pay.
Mike Braun, he's really not for you. SMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Race into Indy Toyota and Avon, where more means more. Race in for more selection. Race in for more savings.
New 2018 Toyota Corollas or RAV4s, no money down, or lease for just $149 a month. That's right, $149 a month. And right now, more means even more for your trade-in.
These deals are going fast, so race in today for your new Toyota.
We have what you're looking for at Andy Moore Toyota in Avon.
Because everybody wins at Andy Moore.
Don't miss this Memorial Day weekend at Ashley Home Store. For 4 days only, pay 0% interest for 6 full years with no money down. This power reclining sofa for only $18 per month. Ends Monday at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
From the only station working for you, this is RTV6 Good Morning Indiana.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. Time now is 6:54. I'm Meredith Barrett.
And I'm Lauren Casey. It's a huge travel weekend with thousands flooding to Indianapolis. We've got team coverage, but first we want to talk about those soaring gas prices. Gas prices are inching ever so close to that $3 mark all across the country, the highest prices since Memorial Day 2014. But it isn't stopping a record number of Memorial Day travelers, some 41 million people taking to the streets. And Kyle, if people are leaving town, are there any areas of concern in the weather department?
Yeah, some thunderstorms could slow you down if you're heading into portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, even southeast of Minneapolis this afternoon. An area of severe storms also possible across Oklahoma. Also watching this area, which could develop into a tropical system over the holiday weekend, spreading lots of heavy rain into Florida and the southeast coast, so not the greatest beach holiday there. A little closer to home, though, into Chicago, Louisville, and Cincinnati. It's just going to be a warm one with temperatures well into the 80s. It's going to be a warm one here in central Indiana, too. Of course, we're watching the forecast as everyone gets ready to head to the Motor Speedway. That's where we find our Aaron Lish this morning.
We're here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As you can see, this is Indy, this is May. We're kicking off the Indy 500 weekend with Carb Day starting this morning. The gates open at 8 a.m. If you want to come out here, the tickets are $35. Bring the whole family. If your kids are 15 years or younger, they get in for free. A lot of activities going on. There's going to be tailgating. There's going to be that last practice for the IndyCar drivers starting at 11 o'clock. And then this afternoon, there's going to be that concert with the Blues Traveler and Train. All that is going to be going on today here at the track. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Aaron, thank you. Just a reminder, it is the first year the 500 will be smoke-free. That's just for the grandstands. This isn't a new rule. It actually started back in October. If you'd like to smoke, here are the rules. You have to do it 20 feet away from buildings, and you can still smoke in the IMS infield.
And we have breaking news this morning. An attack near Toronto, an IED going off in this Canadian restaurant. It hurt 15 people. Right now, the hunt is on for the two men officers are searching for, and they were last seen on this surveillance video running away from the scene shortly after that explosion. 3 people there were critically hurt. Right now, no new information on a possible motive has been released.
Back here at home early this morning, firefighters put out flames at Poor Man's Auto Shop at Michigan and Northgate. We're told someone called 911 after finding smoke in a building behind the repair shop. We are working to get more information on what exactly happened here.
And the superintendent of a Hendricks County school district says there are no verified threats of a school shooting after rumors break out of a student planning to kill his classmates, saying inaccurate social media posts are to blame. The confusion causing some parents to keep their children home from Cascade High School in Clayton, Indiana. Now we can tell you administrators are urging students to report anything suspicious to an adult, telling parents they're upping security and will deal with any student who who threatens violence.
A man is recovering after he accidentally shot himself at the Indianapolis Whole Foods, the one downtown you see here, while he was checking out groceries in his canvas bag, which also held his gun, started to pile up and the bag fell to the ground. That caused the gun to go off, shooting the man in the leg. He did have a legal permit for that gun.
And overnight, the first nonstop flight from Indianapolis to Paris touching down. That inaugural flight left Indiana at 6 last night, landed just after 2:30 this morning in Paris. Now today, the flight will return with Governor Holcomb and First Lady Janet on board. The two have been in Europe on a trade trip all week, and they're bringing back that green flag with them. It'll be delivered to IMS. Elena.
And here's a look from our Skycam 6 over the North 40 at the Speedway. You can see traffic is starting to back up. If you are planning on going to the track today, you are definitely going to leave ahead of time. Plan ahead. Give yourself that extra time to get in those doors because it looks like traffic is definitely lining up. It could take a while to get in there. So let's take a look at the map. I want to point out a few crashes to you. We have a crash in the downtown area. The center lane is blocked on southbound I-65, I-70 before the south split. If this is part of your commute, pay some extra attention to that. We also have an injury crash on the south side, Harding Street at Harco Way, and then on the west side, a crash at 10th Street at North High School Road.
And it is going to be another day filled with lots of sunshine here for your finally Friday. 65 degrees here at 8 a.m. We'll find those numbers warming quickly into the 80s. An afternoon high of 87. Tomorrow gets more humid, chance for a few thunderstorms. And then as we go into the day on race day, Isolated shower storm highs around 90.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. We'll be back in 25 minutes here on Good Morning America. And hey, if you're heading out to the track today, we'll all be out there this morning, so come by and say hello.
Yeah, and remember, all your news throughout the day can be found on the RTV6 app. We will leave you with a live look from above the track. Things starting to get busy there. Have a great and safe race weekend.